mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, the top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm for where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Ford Field. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. First down, Fields. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
A confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle. Now these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A play fake for Swift, now Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From his own end zone, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. A first look now for Darrynton Evans. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Calling the goal further, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and 8. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Evans. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, start off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher. We've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's where he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball play.
61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet. Running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. First carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And the Lions are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. That's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
1st and goal from the 3. Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this way? They have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
See if they do that. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. A CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Goff. And he's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. We're pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Patterson now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return is Jones from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On second down, Montgomery. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What, 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talking about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And the Lions are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Evans running straight ahead. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Lions 14, Bears 7.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Fields going to take this himself. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. 1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to trip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Evans running behind center. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the line. Giving right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Montgomery is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. The Lions had 12-3 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. This is Swift on the counter. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Patterson's kick is good. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career low.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Fields. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action, Fields. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Julian Okoye just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. 3rd and long. It's Fields. Man open. That's Byron Pringle complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Up the middle. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they may just be content to take this three-point lead and head into the locker room. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The final shot before break here. Goff escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. The 40. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap, Fields. Man open, here is Jones. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Fields throw complete here to Kmet. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You talk about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. He completes it to Jones. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try the middle with Montgomery, and he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Fields. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Aiden Hutchinson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's a 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been...
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. He's got it to Williams. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Lions are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning.
About that, and a crazy situation we just saw there.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Kick off now to throw. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return is Jones. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if I would kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 4th down, Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think
touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Lions have recovered. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers and quickly.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point try now for Patterson. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, 38 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception. And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Derek Barnes in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Divine Diablo, and he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions, touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. And now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, it's Fields. Looking end zone for Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. On 1st down, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now. And all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
On 2nd and goal, Fields. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage.
Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Right back to Swift again on second down. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
On play action, Fields. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 170 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Once again, it's Swift. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And understandably so, not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance